And to all, myself I am Dr. Shekhar, working as Associate Professor in Mlritm, Hyderabad. Last time we are discussed about the water and treatment. In that water and treatment, last time already we are discussed about the what is mean by the hardness and types of hardness we are discussed. Along with that, if a sample given to us, on that given sample how much the hardness is present, to estimate that hardness already we are also seen about the one of the complex metric titration method, that is nothing but the EDTA method, already we are seen. And along with that, and how that hard water we are converting into soft water, the topic nothing but the steps involved in treatment of potable water, already we are seen. And according to the WHO, World Health Organization, what they are given the regulation to prepare the water, the standards, rules and regulations also we are seen. To continuation topic of that today, in that if we are using the hard water in industries, especially this water we are using in industries to generate the steam. So when we are using the water in boilers, if the water is fresh, then there is no problem. If that water containing any hardness, means any impurities, that impurities causes some of the problems in the boilers. That topic we will see here, the boilers and boiler troubles. If we are using the water containing impurity, means hardness, the hardness, due to that hardness, some of the types of the boiler troubles we are getting. And that the first one is scale is one type of the boiler trouble, and the sludge is second type of the boiler trouble, and priming and foaming, it is also one type of the boiler trouble, and especially the caustic embrittlement. The caustic embrittlement, it is also one of the important topic to discuss in this here. If we want to see about the boiler troubles, especially now we will discuss about the caustic embrittlement. In this, if you see the name itself giving answer to us, if the hardness containing caustic, means the NaOH. If the water containing caustic means NaOH, due to that NaOH, this type of the boiler troubles happening. Now we will see the caustic embrittlement is a type of boiler corrosion caused by using high alkalinity water in the boiler. During softening process by lime soda process, and free sodium carbonate is usually present in small proportion in the softened water. If when we are using, if that water containing sodium carbonate, that sodium carbonate is reacting with boiler water, then we are getting the hardness causing, means the caustic embrittlement causing substance, that is a sodium carbonate is present in that. Due to this sodium carbonate, the caustic embrittlement is happening. Caustic embrittlement means nothing but the head type cracks. The head type small cracks happening in the within the boiler walls. Gradually the cracks are increasing, and after some times it may be responsible for the it may be sometimes responsible for the explosion of the boiler also. So because of that reason, here we are studying especially about the caustic embrittlement. And after that, the scale and sludge. Before scale, now we will discuss about the sludge. Sludge is nothing but the loose and slimy precipitate. Loose and slimy precipitate. For example, you can imagine if the hardness containing impurities are present in that water, upon continuation of the heating of the water to generate the steam, so what will happen? These impurities are come down from the water. These impurities are suspended in that water, and they are appearing in the top of the water. The top of the water, the loose and slimy precipitate, that loose and slimy precipitate, we called as a sludge. And the sludge easily by the blow down operation we are removing. Upon formation of the sludge, again if we are using this water to production of the steam continuously, that sludge will go and sticky with inner walls of the boiler. That hard adherence sticky inner walls of the impurity we called as a scale. So because of that reason we called as a scale is a hard and adhering and coated with inner walls of the boilers we called as a scale. So here with this simple diagram, I am also drawing the one simple diagram. These are the two boilers. In that, if imagine it is water, in this water, if the precipitate present like this, it is we called sludge. If this precipitate upon continuation of the heat, it will go and stick with inner walls of the boiler like this. It will form a layer it inside of the boiler we called as a scale. This scale by easily we are not removing. How we are remove the sludge? Like that by simply blow down operation, it is not possible to remove the scale. For two suitable chemicals, by using the suitable chemicals, we are removing that scale. This is about the scale and sludge. And if that boiler contains any impurities, means hardness, how we are removing that one. So for that we have the two treatment methods. We have one is internal treatment method, another one external treatment method. Internal treatment method and external treatment method. Now we will discuss about the internal treatment method. When we are seeing the internal, means within the boiler, we are doing this softening treatment within the boilers we are doing. So because of that reason we called as a internal treatment method, means internally we are doing. So on that different type of the chemicals or softening agents we are using. On that the first one is one of the Kalgan conditioning method. Kalgan conditioning method. The Kalgan means nothing but the sodium hexametaphosphate we called as a, it is a simple formula for the Kalgan. Kalgan nothing but the sodium hexametaphosphate we called as a Kalgan. In this Kalgan, it is sodium place is replaced by the one of the impurity causing substance, that is maybe calcium or magnesium, and it is not water dissolved. It is come out like a precipitate. Now after that we are doing the filtration. So by that we are using the Kalgan. By using the Kalgan like that, impure the water dissolved salts. The water dissolved salts we are converting into water undissolved products. After that we are removing by the filtration. After that phosphate conditioning method. The second type is phosphate conditioning method. In this we are using the sodium phosphate. In this we are using the sodium phosphate as a conditioning agent. This phosphate conditioning, the sodium phosphate when it treating with hardness causing substance like CaCl2, it is also converting into water undissolved products. That water undissolved simply by the filtration we are removing. And the colloidal substances. The colloidal substances like kerosene and tannin and agar agar, these kind of gels when we are mixing with water, that the scale is converting into sludge. When we are using the colloidal substances, due to these colloidal substances, the scale is converting into sludge. The sludge is by the blow down operation or filtration we are removing. It is also one type of the methods we are using in internal treatment method. And now this is one of the important topic. It is nothing but the external treatment method. So many different type of the external treatment methods we have, and that now we will discuss about the ion exchange process. The ion exchange process also called as a demineralization process. Ion exchange process also called as a demineralization process. In this, what we are doing, if you observe the name itself, what we are doing, we are exchanging the ions. In this method, we are exchanging the ions. By exchanging the ions, that hard water we are converting into soft water. So for this, what we are using chambers or resins. That two type of the resins we are using in this method. The first one is nothing but the cation exchange chamber or cation exchange resin, and another one anion exchange resin, and another one anion exchange resins. These resins containing the cross-linked organic copolymer catalyst. These are insoluble in water. These are insoluble in water. These are insoluble in water. So, and these membranes, they have the microporous structure, and along with they all also have the functional groups. If we will see in cation exchange chamber, the functional group is H plus. H plus nothing but the plus means nothing but the cation, and that functional group, the one of the cation, that is nothing but the RH plus. R is nothing but the organic polymer, shortcutly we are mentioning like R. That is plus, H plus is present in that cation exchange chamber. Like that, in anion exchange chamber, the OH minus, the anion, the minus, the OH minus ion is present in that anion exchange chamber. Now I am trying to draw the simple structure of the ion exchange chamber. Like this, it is a cation exchange chamber and it is a anion exchange chamber. These two chambers are resin. They have containing the microporous holes, the membranes they have. These membranes are organic copolymer membranes, and these are insoluble in water. And these membranes, they containing the functional groups. Like cation, it is containing a H plus functional groups. In anion, it containing the OH minus functional group. Now we will see, based on this simple reaction, we will understand what will happen. For example, imagine our hard water. Our hard water containing the calcium impurity. Calcium causes hardness impurity present in that water. When this water we are flowing into the cation exchange chamber, this cation, this Ca plus, this cation is exchanged by the H plus cation. The Ca plus, the cation is replaced by the hydrogen H plus. So now what will happen? This is, now you can imagine we have Ca here, Ca plus 2, that Ca plus 2 is bind here like Ca plus 2. Now we are getting here H plus only, because the H plus is replaced by Ca plus. Means the Ca, the impurity causing substance, it was bind by the microporous holes of the polymer. And now the H plus and the another one, for example, you can imagine we containing a SO4 minus. The SO4 minus and H plus, they are moving towards the second chamber, that is nothing but the anion exchange chamber. In that anion exchange chamber, this anion exchange chamber containing the OH minus functional group. This OH minus functional group is replaced by the SO4 minus, means minus minus, means anions are exchanging. So this SO4 is binds here and the OH minus comes out here. And along with what we are get in the cation exchange chamber, the H plus also we are getting. So here finally the H plus plus OH minus, we are getting H2O. So here with these structures, with these chemicals, now we will understand here. Now you can see here, it is our membrane and it is hardness causing impurity salt present in that water. So what will happen, see this H plus replaced by the Ca and free form of the H plus is appear to us. Now like if that water containing magnesium impurity also Mg, the magnesium, the Mg also replaced by the hydrogen. Why? Because the hydrogen plus it is a cation, as it is also cation, the cations both are exchanging. So because of that reason we called as a exchange chamber. It is a ion exchange. Ions are exchanging, exchange chamber we call. Now here free form of the H plus we get. Now we will see about the anion exchange region or anion exchange chamber. What will happen? Now you can see the chlorine or SO4 minus. These are replaced by the OH minus. Now we can see here we have the ROH. Now but here what we are get? RCl we get. Means the chlorine, the negative, that is binded by the polymer and free form of the OH minus we get. And this H plus and this OH minus, finally we are getting the soft water. Like this, by exchanging the ions. Cation is exchanged by the cation and anion exchanged by the anion. Like this, by exchanging the ions, we are getting the fresh water, nothing but the soft water. And another one type of the method also we have, that is nothing but the RO process. RO means nothing but the reverse osmosis process. RO process nothing but the reverse osmosis process. Nowadays in all our household purpose we are using the RO water. That RO water works based on this method. This RO process, the reverse osmosis process, also called as a desalination process. Desalination process. What is mean by the desalination? Removal of salts. Removal of salts. Removal of salt impurity we called as a desalination. The desalination also called as a RO process, reverse osmosis process. So before start the RO process, we will see about the osmosis. What is mean by the osmosis? We will see. What is mean by the osmosis? To understand easily, I am drawing the simple diagram. For example, two unequal concentration solutions are separated by a semi-permeable membrane. The low concentrated salts or ions are moving to the high concentration side. This we called as a osmosis. Means the ions are moving from low concentration to high concentration due to the osmotic pressure. It is naturally accurately happen. We are not doing anything. Osmosis is happen by the nature. So for this osmosis we are doing the reverse. We are doing the reverse. So because of that reason we called as a reverse osmosis. Reverse osmosis. So how this will happen? To understand, it is the one of the best and simple diagram to explain the RO process. Now we will see here also two unequal. It is a high concentration water. It is a low concentration water. These two are separated by a semi-permeable membrane. And what will happen when we are applying some pressure? opposite to the osmotic pressure. Means when we are applying some pressure with the help of piston on the high concentrated side like seawater, what will happen? These ions are moving through the membrane from high concentration to low concentration. Due to that reason, the low concentration water we called as a pure water, so we are getting our soft water. So this process is happening exactly opposite or reverse to the osmosis process. So because of that reason, we called as a reverse osmosis. So actually what will happen? Generally, if these two are unequal concentrated solutions, like they are written here, it is a seawater, it is a pure water. If it is pure water, it is a seawater, according to the osmotic, it will go reverse like this. But what will happen? We are applying some pressure here. We are applying some pressure. So these ions are moving from the high concentration to low concentration. Means reverse to the osmosis we are doing. So because of that reason, we called as a reverse osmosis. These membrane containing some microporous holes. That microporous holes, they will stop the salts at the top of this stage, and it will allow only water ions. So due to that reason, we are getting the our fresh water. It is about the another one external treatment method, that is nothing but the RO process or reverse osmosis process. Now see, it is a diagram to explain the, and these some of the reference books already last time also I am given. Now you have any queries regarding these topics, kindly you can read this kind of the references books. Okay, it will help to understand the any further information regarding these topics. Up to now in this topic, what we are covered shortcutly, we will see last in couple of the minutes. These are topics we are covered in this the introduction we are completed, and in this complexometric method, how much hardness is present in that given sample, that is complexometric method, nothing but the EDTA method we are seeing, and specifications of potable water according to the World Health Organization. This is also we are seen here, and steps involved in treatment of potable water. In drinking water, the how many steps are involved, like the screening and aeration, sedimentation, coagulation, and filtration, and like that we are covered here. After that, today already we are discussed about the boiler troubles. A sludge, nothing but the loose and slimy precipitate. The scale is nothing but the hard precipitate. It is tightly bounded with inner walls of the walls. And the caustic embrittlement, the caustic embrittlement is nothing but the sodium hydroxide. Due to sodium hydroxide NaOH, the caustic embrittlement happen. After that, the internal treatment method. In that internal treatment method, already I said the treatment method is a two type, like external treatment method and internal treatment method. In that internal treatment method, some of the chemicals, suitable chemicals we are using, like Colgan conditioning method we are seen, sodium hexametaphosphate we are calling as a Colgan, and also the colloids, the colloidal conditioning method we are the kerosene, agar agar tanning, like these colloidal substances also we are using. When we are using these colloidal substances, the scale is converting into sludge. The sludge is loose and slimy precipitate. So by the filtration we are removing. And phosphate conditioning method, the sodium phosphate also we are using. And after that, that is external treatment method. In that external treatment method, the ion exchange process, the ion exchange process we are seen, and the reverse osmosis. These topics we are covered up to, I think we are covered 100% of the all topics in this session. Thank you. I hope you understand. Any queries? If you have, already we are given some of the reference textbooks. Kindly you can see that textbooks. Thank you.